So I'm going to begin my Toronto Timepiece Show review with why I consider this to be a somewhat unbiased review. And it begins with the location, because it's only 20 minutes from my front door to the Meridian Arts Centre, right? 20 minutes. It's about as local as it can be. So the convenience of me attending this show kind of factors into my enjoyment of it, right? That's a part of it. Secondly, I know the organizers of the show. I know the people involved and a number of the people that were going to be there. So the familiarity with the individuals in attendance makes it a little more fun for me. And that's about as somewhat unbiased as it gets. But when getting into the actual show itself and the unbiased portion of this particular review, it begins with, it was better than I thought it would be. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't expect it to be bad. I expected it to be good, but it was actually great. Okay, and the reason I came in with maybe less than ideal presumptions is because I didn't attend the Toronto Timepiece Show last year. Unfortunately, I missed it. I was in Sweden at the time. But what I heard from others was that they enjoyed the show. They were happy to be there because, I mean, we don't have anything similar to a watch exposition in Toronto, period. So it was like the first one. But that it was a little bit crowded, a little hard to get around, that they missed out on some of the watchmakers they were hoping to see because they just never had the opportunity. It was too busy at those particular booths. So that it wasn't perfect. Okay? That's essentially what I heard from them. But it wasn't at the Meridian Arts Centre. And the Meridian Arts Centre is maybe the perfect venue for an event like this. I've done a number of trade shows for quite a few different companies, every size of show, from something like this where it's just the small table setups to the massive area setups that you'd see at like the auto show, to of course your typical like electronic style trade show where you have the 10 by 10 booths. I've done it all. I've been to them. I've worked them for different companies. I've been on both sides of the fence, right? This particular venue is perfect for a small table trade show like the one the Toronto Timepiece Show is. It's perfect. It spreads it out over 2 levels. It provides you with enough space for a certain number of people to maybe listen in on a demonstration or a discussion about a particular watch at a particular booth without there being so many people that you can't get around. There was sort of featured brands in every different area so that you wouldn't have, say, you know, Christopher Ward right beside Marathon, right beside Oris type thing, and everyone sort of congregating there because they're such well-known brands. No, you had Marathon in one section, Christopher Ward another section, Oris up near the front. The featured manufacturers, Breitling, they had their own space, which was kind of cool. It was an interesting way of doing things. And you, of course, had the micro brands mixed in everywhere. One of the only comments, I wouldn't say it's a complaint, it's a comment I heard from a couple of different people, is that it would have been nice to have had maybe all the Canadian brands in one section, because there was so many Canadian brands represented, more than I actually knew about, which surprised me. I thought I'd be going to this show and I'd know every single brand that was there, right? It's part of what I do, right? I'm a watch enthusiast and I cover watch brands. I cover horology. So I thought I'd know them all, but I actually came across a few brands I'd never seen before. I didn't know about Soleus, based out of Montreal. I'll be visiting them in the maybe near future. I really got along with them and I love what they're doing there, and I want to support some additional Canadian brands, help them get off the ground and get going. So I didn't know about them. I had never heard of Geo before, based out of Puerto Rico. Never heard about him before, but got a chance to meet the owner, meet the designer, not just on the Toronto Trade Show Meridian Arts Centre setup, but also at the Thursday night Toronto Redbar meetup, because this was really a 4-day event for me. It began Thursday night with a special meetup with the Toronto Redbar group. We had a few of the, watch brands there, including Hanhart, which is one of my favorite sort of highlight brands from this particular event. Then Friday night, we had the VIP gala evening where it wasn't as busy. I got a chance to really talk to some of the different brand representatives that were there and find out a little bit more about their brand. And one of the brands that I will be visiting next year in Oslo, Norway, is Strom, who absolutely blew me away. I've always liked their designs. To me, they make the coolest dial period of any watch out there. I love that dial design. And I'll be going to visit them now, having made that contact. And this is one of the reasons why I went to the show, is because if you follow my channel, you'll know I love the opportunity to actually go to the place of origin, meet the people involved, find out a little bit more about their process and their story, as opposed to just reviewing one of their watches and telling you what I think. So that's something I'll follow up with. That was a highlight for me. Of course, I bought a watch. If you follow the Instagram channel, you'll know the story behind the Far and Swit Wayfinder that I purchased. I knew I was probably going to end up coming away with a watch from this particular show, and this is the one I chose. Not the one I went there thinking I'd buy, to be honest, but like I said in the Instagram video, you're not just buying a watch when you're buying from a microbrand, you're buying the individuals involved, and Adam Hodge was a great guy. We got along great. His dad was fantastic. Shout out to his father. He's got a good sense of humor, and you have to have a good sense of humor if you know what it's like when you deal with me. But that's part of the reason why I bought this watch. And I also got to see the other side of things and work the booth at Maury's Watches on Sunday. So he's a vintage collector who decided to get a table and just thin out some of his collection, because it's that or divorce for Maury at this point. So fortunately for him, he was able to sell quite a few watches, and it probably buys him another couple of years of marriage before he has to maybe repeat the process. But I got to work that table, and I'll share some of that with you, and that was fun too. Like, the watch community in general is a pleasure to be around, and that's one of the beautiful things about this community, right? It's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to kind of share a passion for something that a lot of other people don't understand. Let's be honest, right? You know what I think? It's jewelry. It really is, but it's jewelry with a story. So why not enjoy it? Let me know what you thought of the Toronto Timepiece Show, if you attended. If you didn't attend, are you looking forward to maybe attending next year? And if you did, are there any sort of things that you think they could improve on? Because I know they want to keep improving this. They want to keep growing this. And congratulations to all the winners at the World Timepiece Awards. Till next time.
Yeah.
What are you wearing today?
Crystal Gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You go by the booth?
I did just now. I was there.
Anything there impress you, or?
I was super excited to see the Belcanto and the loco.
Yeah.
Just because the whole function of it is actually crazy.
Yeah.
So I like the local a lot. I like the Belcanto more. Belcanto's my favorite.
I love the Belcanto.
But the
My
new
wrist size is a little bit too
the
big.
660, I thought was cool, but I found something more cool.
The thin one?
The 660.
Yeah.
I found something better though.
No way.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this one too. Everywhere.
Man's nice, man.
Man Ultra.
Yeah,
The
they're
Man-
nice.
They're not here.
No.
So this watch, when I think about the 660, I was thinking about getting this.
Yeah.
Obviously, I like watches. This is my
Yeah.
private collection.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about. I don't own a Christopher Ward yet. I've liked a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then this came up.
How's it going, buddy?
Yeah.
It's
Good, man. How you been?
nicer watch.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Of course. Get a chance, yeah, and just take it in.
Sure. I wish I had a second chain.
I saw somebody pop
I know they
by
made
with
it.
one of those 38s,
Yeah.
Seiko quartz with
The
the
dial is a little bit
snowflake
plain.
balance. Probably from you guys. right?
Probably. there's a good chance.
I wouldn't be surprised if the dials are going to come out. Oh, for sure. Maybe, yeah, but I found when they released this is a 38.